Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Italy.
Hi.
Okay, like in Roma,
I'm from Florence.
Florence.
Yes.
Beautiful city. I've been there.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.
Are you visiting Japan or are you based in Japan?
I'm towards the end of my exchange year. So I've been studying at university for 1 year
Okay,
here.
so you have been living here for 1 year.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What made you to live here in Japan?
There are several reasons. I started being really interested in the language, and since I've been drawing since I was a kid, I became really passionate about arts, and I fell in love, I think, 4 years ago with animation. So I thought, why don't I mix up these two interests, and I study the language, try to live there. If I like it, then I pursue animation in Japan. And so these two things, I think the interest for the culture and the language, and then the fact that I can pursue my career here. So for this.
Okay. So you have been living in Japan for 1 year, and we are now in Tokyo. During this whole 1 year, have you been living in only Tokyo or not?
I actually have been living in several places. I have been living in Tokyo for 5 months last year. Then during spring break, I've been living 1 month in Kyoto countryside, and then I moved 1 month in Sapporo, and then I moved to Hirosaki in Aomori Prefecture, where I stayed for other 5 months more or less, and I was at university there studying again.
So in Japanese countryside, Aomori for like half a year. Wow. So like you experience like city side of Japan and the countryside of Japan. So like could you talk a little bit about the difference you felt between the countryside and the city in Japan?
Thing that could be spot almost immediately is transportation system and how many things to do there are. Part of the lifestyle, of course, in the countryside there are there is JR and all the very clean, always in time buses and trains, but so much fewer that it's kind of hard, and it's really hard to reach all the places you want to reach. I love nature, so I wanted to go, for example, in Aomori Prefecture there is this so beautiful natural park. I think it's a World Heritage, Shirakami Sanchi. I wanted to go there, but I ended up not making it because the buses were something so impossible. As for things to do, well, there are izakayas and all the more traditional style, Japanese style cuisine restaurants and places to have fun, but very much less and quieter in the countryside. In the countryside, yes.
Okay.
Like you have fewer choice, but there is. And then I guess this is something that I noticed when I lived in Hirosaki, because I spent the same amount of time here in Tokyo and there. And I guess it's how much the locals can give you, spend time with you. Sometimes I hear, Tokyo people are colder. I think that's absolutely not true. I made such wonderful friends both here and Japanese friends both here in Hirosaki. Whether they speak English or completely zero English, I made really beautiful friendships. But I guess in Hirosaki, the pace of life is so much slower, and they have more time to be with you. So that's just it. The Tokyo is moving fast, and it's everything all at once. Whether in Hirosaki, it's more calm, quiet, and yeah.
Okay. Can you select the favorite one, like Tokyo or Aomori?
I think I rather Tokyo. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm young. I come in Italy. I come from the countryside part of Florence, and it's such a there's absolutely nothing. It's very beautiful, but there's nothing. So coming here was such a shock in a positive way for me. I found out how life can be fun, and I've been enjoying it very, very much. I think I enjoyed Hirosaki for 5 months, but I can see myself living here in Tokyo in the future, not in Hirosaki maybe.
You like Tokyo more than countryside, but do you think that it was good? Good to choice to live in countryside as an experience?
Oh yes, I think it was a wonderful experience, and I will do it absolutely again. Yes.
Was there some culture shock in Japan, like maybe like both in Tokyo and countryside of Japan?
This is a hard question for me because so I'm a Japanese major, and I do not only study the language but also the culture. And in my university, like they go really deeply, extremely deeply. Like my professors, they are all Japanese, and I was kind of prepared about anything.
Okay.
Also because I follow many YouTubers and I am interested, like I inform myself like by myself. So I was kind of expecting what I had, like what happened. I think it was not a culture shock, but you see a lot of Japan in pictures when you're in your home country. And then I was worried maybe I will come here and I won't be like positively surprised. I don't know, to see the stunning temples and stuff. But when you're here, they are like 100 times more beautiful than what you can imagine or like understand from a picture. So that was not a culture shock, but it was a positive shock. Yes.
So you have been like worried about whether you're gonna be disappointed at Japan, but like it was not.
Yes, exactly.
So where did you like the most? Where, like concretely, did you like the most in Japan? Like some specific site or like places?
I think I grew affectionate of Taito City.
Taito City?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was the first place that I stopped by. Like I had an hotel here in Tokyo the first days, and it was in front of the sky tree. I was not expecting that to be like. I had this.
Just in front of.
Yes, the sky tree in front of my window, and I was like, whoa! I was not expecting that, and it like gave like the first impression was just amazing. And then I'm really interested in art, so I love coming to Ueno, to the museums. And the park is stunning. Ameyoko is so fun, and there is everything like good cafes, art, parks, and more like busier places like Asakusa, or I don't know. I also like Yanaka Ginza, which was near my university, and it's so quiet. There are so many shops and cute cafes. So there is everything. I really love it here.
I love Taito City too. Yeah, it is my one of my favorite area in Tokyo. Yeah. Okay. What about food? You spent 1 year, so you probably had many variety of Japanese food. But firstly, did you like Japanese food in general?
Yes, I love it. So I'm Italian, so I have a pretty strong base on food. The biggest difference is how flavored it is, and of course the kind of ingredients that have been used. I think Japanese food is more like simpler in taste. Like I don't know, it's used maybe raw taste. In Italy, we use a lot of condiments like olive oil. I don't know, cheese is like very very much used. Strong flavors. Japanese food is more delicate, and I love it. Like it's a super positive thing for me. I actually was vegetarian my whole life before coming here, so I have no idea how like meat and fish taste in Italy or anywhere else in the world, but I really like the Japanese ones.
So you kind of quit being like vegetarian after coming to Japan.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't like I did not feel forced. I have Italian friends that stayed vegan or vegetarian being here, so it's totally possible. But I just wanted to have a full experience of everything. I didn't want it to be limited. And then like I still mostly eat vegetarian actually, but I just wanted to try everything, so I didn't. That's it.
It was good. Like fish was good.
Extremely good. Yes.
So what food concretely did you like in Japan?
I don't know if it's a strange opinion, but I really like normal teishoku with I don't know, salmon or saba, mackerel teishoku. I absolutely love it. I could eat it like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I will be content for my whole life.
I like it too. You already have like kind of Japanese taste.
Thank you.
It was like long stay in Japan, so you had a lot of memories probably. But could you share the highlight of your staying in Japan?
That is such a hard question. I have so many like incredible memories here. The best, I don't know if it's the best because like honestly, this was the best year of my life. So I have many great memories. But for my birthday, from Italy, I have many friends that came here in Japan, but in different cities. So I'm born like towards Christmas time, so everyone was free to come to Tokyo, and all my like group of friends gathered from Japan, different cities in Japan. They gathered here in Tokyo, and we spent the day together. We went to Hakone, and we were hoping to see the Fujisan. Unfortunately, there were clouds, but as we were strolling alongside the lake, the mountains opened at some point, and also the clouds opened. So one of my friends like pointed, Fujisan! And we like started rushing and running alongside the lake, and we were so excited to see like Mount Fuji like so clearly. It was amazing, such a core memory. But yeah, then we went to izakaya and we partied, and it was amazing. It was really fun. So yeah,
It was like amazing view.
yes.
You almost finished living in Japan, like studied Japanese language for 1 year. So did you learn Japanese better? Like did you get to speak Japanese more fluently than before?
Definitely. Speaking wise, I got so much better. It is impossible to like stay in your country and get the natural flow. I guess maybe there are people. For me, it was impossible, so I'm really glad I came. But also just for kanji, I think for a European or like Western people in general that don't know kanji, like maybe Chinese people, it's so important to have it everywhere, every day, every time. Truly, like seeing it everywhere was something that made me carve in my mind the pronunciation, the different ways to read the kanji, the combination. So I think I got better both at like reading and speaking so much.
Okay, that's nice. So lastly, I want to ask about what we want to do in the future after coming back your country. But could you talk about it in Japanese?
話してみます。さっき言った通りにアニメーションに興味があるんですけれども、きっとアニメーターとして就職したいと思います。日本で、そう。なんかイタリアではそんなに発達した産業じゃないので、きっとなんか日本ではそういうなんか就職とかなんか満足になる機会がもっと多いので、日本にしたいと思います。それに日本の生活が好きだからアニメーション以外でも日本に住みに来たいと思います。
じゃあ将来的には仕事がどうなるにせよ日本に住んでみたいと思ってる。
そうです。
結構長い期間住みたいと思います。それともちょっと数年間住みたいと思います。
実はそこまで考えてないと思いますけど、なんか最初にはアニメーションを勉強しに来て、あとなんか就職して、その後はどうなるかわからないんですけど、しばらくなんか何年間ぐらいきっと東京に住みに来たいです。
It is such a great dream, so I hope you can like make it in the future. So it was very nice to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ご視聴ありがとうございました。いかがだったでしょうか？動画のご感想やテーマのご要望などコメント欄で教えていただけますと幸いです。たくさんのコメントお待ちしております。チャンネル登録の際は通知ボタンもお忘れなく。